Bernick started in 1916 when my great-grandfather Charles and his wife Elizabeth decided to buy Granite City Bottling Works, and they started this. It was a very small little business, and they had no idea what it would grow into over the years.
They originally were a beer distributor. Prohibition came along in the 1930s, and they diversified into the soft drink business. Signed a Pepsi-Cola franchise agreement in 1956 and have since been distributing soft drinks and beverages to greater Minnesota and western Wisconsin ever since.
The family has worked hard, had a lot of good employees and people working with us over the years, so it's a combination of nice partnerships with a lot of our business entities that we do business with, and having good people all along the way, and so that's, I guess, our challenge for the next 102 years.
So I think that's the age-old question: how does a company survive for over 100 years? It's a rarity. I think the biggest way they've done it is making a big company a small company. Their core values are their team members and their customers are their number one priority, and they've stuck to that for the 30 years that I've been employed with them, and it's always been their cornerstone. How are we going to take care of our customers, and how are we going to take care of our team members?
The Bernicks, as you know, are in their 5th generation of running this beautiful company here in our community. I always think back to Dick Bernick, who would say, "Hello, neighbor," because I live nearby. And you know, he joined our board of trustees in 1998 and was one of our ambassadors of goodwill in the community. And Dick Bernick knew everyone.
The history of giving, I think, really goes back to our founder. There weren't a lot of resources to give back in those days, but being involved in the community, knowing the key leaders in the community, being involved in, and just finding cool ways to give back in small ways.
It was always an emphasis. It was something that the leaders before me deemed important, and certainly we do as well.
Dick and Roy's grandfather, Francis, who's also called Snooky, some people might remember that, was, even as a young man, very involved in the community. And he was in his early 30s, he received an award from the JCs for his civic involvement, for promoting goodwill for the St. Cloud area.
I just think the Bernicks family has such a heart for the kids who are struggling in our community, the kids who maybe everybody else has given up on, but not the Bernicks. They've been there consistently over the years to help us with our academic success programs, to help with special events.
They are truly grateful for the support that they've received in this community to help grow their business, and therefore they want to give back, and they believe that it's important to give where you live.
I think the Community Foundation is so important to this community because it gives a vehicle for generous-minded individuals and businesses to put structure to their giving, and to help them guide on what their principles are, and to reach out to organizations they may not know exist that they would have passion for.
They really have a grasp on what the needs are in the community, and I think they've been a great tool for Bernicks for, one, getting the word out that the Bernick Family Foundation has a grant process, accumulating the grant requests, and then they have a great tool to help us disseminate and determine who has the greatest need and where we can create the greatest impact.
Philanthropy is important in the community because it can be a real difference maker. It can determine, successful communities versus communities that aren't as successful. And I think that partnership between business is very, very important.
I think this Alex Didier Award for the Bernicks family is well deserved. And what we can learn from that is that philanthropy helps make stronger communities, helps kids succeed in school. These are major accomplishments that, what would this community look like if we didn't have that kind of spirit of giving? I shudder to think.
I'm really proud of the history that the Bernicks it has continued on, not only in a business, but as a community player, and being involved in lots of different ways of what's going on in this community.
They give back. The Bernick family members give back in so many ways. I wished every community could be as lucky as we are to have the Bernicks.